Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, B'Kagwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel, starting off with 144,000, which should be the ruling governing body in the kingdom of heaven. And then you have a lot of the elect here, a large multitude of believers, which will include men, women, and children that will be saved. 2/3 of all people here in America will be destroyed, of you tribes. You have the rebels that scattered abroad in different countries that will be destroyed. You have the elect that will be saved that scattered abroad in different countries that will be saved. Yeah, Salaki, I didn't say the same thing. That will be saved as well. Um, of you tribes who the world willingly and ignorantly calls so-called black, Hispanic, Native American, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Jamaican, Haitian, Guatemalans, Panamanians, Cubans, right? You are the Israelites, contrary to what this world wants to believe. Right? Not these Edomites over here and, Israel and, they're not the chosen. Right? But my big brother Yeremia coming back at y'all with a quick lesson from End Time Headlines. As y'all can see, it says U.S. drops bomb on Iran. Bombs. America is officially at war, which the prophets have been prophesying you of this. Starting with the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. And it's gonna come over here. It said, like I said, the prophets have been saying that, right? America is not gonna be untouched pretty soon. It's gonna happen. It's inevitable. You can't run from your judgment. You could say, "Oh, it's the government's fault. Oh, it's the elites and all." No, yeah, well, I mean, that may be true, but I mean, it's judgment. For the shit that you Edomites have done to Jake. And just y'all being wicked in general. But this is Isaiah 9 and verse 5. It says, for every battle of the warrior, it's with confused noise. Who are the warriors? The soldiers. So confused noise, you hear screaming, you hear stabbing, you hear people running, you hear groaning, you hear a lot of things when men are at combat. But right, it says in garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning of fuel and fire. So this ain't gonna just be soldiers going at each other one on one or in groups. This is gonna be on a different level. This is World War III. This is prophecy, right? This is in the Old Testament. So yep, the Old Testament has future prophecies in it, right? For all of you Christians that don't have understanding, or you Old Testament Israelites, right? This is proof right here. What you think that's talking about? It's talking about what you see on the screen. That's a mushroom cloud, man. And eventually all of these countries they gonna get active with America Babylon. Let me get that in Jeremiah real quick, right? Because these nations, they hate you Edomites, man. They hate Jake, but they hate you Edomites, especially here in America, because they realize how backstabby you are. This is Jeremiah 50 in verse I'll get verse 13. It says, "Behold, because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited," which is going to be talking about America, Babylon. "But it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon should be astonished, and hiss at all her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon." Right, when you were in array, you lined up. Right. It says, "All you that bend the bow," which the bend the bow is them basically getting their missiles ready, because that's what it says. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, right? For she have sinned against the Lord, right? And them arrows gonna be the missiles, man. They gonna get shot over here to America, man. Because who backs Iran? I believe Russia does. So, and they been saying they been ready to go to war. So, hey, these nations they ready for you Edomites, man. And it's really Esau against Esau, because a lot of these people over here in Iran, they're Ishmaelites, but a lot of them are Edomites too. It's a lot of mixing. But even Russians are, they're definitely Edomites. Let me go to Joel chapter 3 real quick. Right? Is that the one I want to get? Yep, Joel chapter 3 And verse 9, it says, Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, and let all the men of war draw near, and let them come up. Right? Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say, I'm strong. So, Iran's, they've been fighting back, man. You know, they was once a weak nation, but now it ain't like that. Same thing with other nations too. Even though this article ain't about other particular nations, but the point is nobody's afraid of you Edomites no more, man. Them days is over, right? Them days is over. So expect this to escalate. But it ain't gonna go full blown until you know um the MOTB has instituted certain prophecies have to take place, right? You know, that's why you gotta get understanding, man. A lot of people they don't have understanding. Let's get Proverbs 4 verse 6, because verse 7 says, "Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding." You see that? Because a lot of Christians they understand certain things that is gonna happen, but they don't really understand it in detail or know how and know what it really means, right? Because people would be saying, "Oh well, America's gonna get blown into pieces tomorrow." That ain't gonna happen, all right? Now I'm not saying that something can't happen over here at all, but this whole landmass ain't gonna be blown up without without MOTB being instituted. A city could get bombed in America. That could happen, but that's not gonna be all of America, right? They'll just correct me from Rome, but they can send a little, I guess, some type of mini bomb over here, like I said, bomb one little city or one state, but that ain't gonna be all of America. All of America is gonna be desolate, right? It's gonna be judgment, right? But when this happens, at the same time, the Lord's elect is gonna get beamed up, it ain't gonna just be the end of all humanity and that's it. No, that ain't how it's gonna be, right? Let me see. This is Rome. So like not Romans. Revelations 11 and verse verse 12. It says, "And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither." Right. And they ascended up into heaven in the cloud, talking about the chariots, the UFOs, and their enemies beheld them. It's gonna be the elect Israelites getting beamed up. Right, and at that same hour, there was a great earthquake. Talking about when the missiles hit America, and a tenth part of the city fell, which is meaning a complete part. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, which is a complete number. And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven. Yahweh Shemah. Verse 14, it says, "The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe," meaning destruction, "is coming quickly." So the third war is coming quickly. This is in the scriptures, man. This is not something that's just gonna happen. That's gonna be the end of mankind, and that's a lot of things people say too. They be saying that we all, fucked. No, we're not all fucked. Y'all fucked. Because you put your faith in this world, you think this world's gonna last forever, and it's not. If you had understanding, you would know that who the world calls the J word is going when this fool goes full blown. That's when he's gonna return, and he's gonna gather his elect from the four winds. So that's gonna just be the end of all humanity, because then the kingdom is gonna come. So we want these things to happen. It ain't gonna just, if that was just it, then we obviously wouldn't probably be saying what we said or preaching this truth. Obviously, it wouldn't be what it is if the World War III is just it. Like what? You Christians are bugged out. Just let's leave it up to the man of the Lord now to bring the word out, man. Like it says in Amos 3 and 6. Let me get that. Amos 3 and 6. Right? It says, verse 7, not verse 6, it says, "Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants the prophets." You see that? So the real understanding, the real jewels and gems that's been of these scriptures have been given to the Israelite men, the elect. And then the Lord speaks to them, and then he causes certain events to happen, like what's going on right now. So y'all Christians don't have the understanding. Just stop talking. Y'all lost. you know. So hey, Babylon's gonna be destroyed pretty soon, man. We at that time, man. Pray, fast more than ever. You know, Yahweh Shah's coming back. Who the world, you know, calls a black man or, you know, African American, which he ain't that. He's from the tribe of Yahweh. That's how you say Judah in Hebrew, right? He's gonna be a dark skinned man with a big white afro. People gonna be scared of that, man, and that's gonna happen at the same time. You know, so I'm gonna close out, man. Hey, this place is through, man. Ain't no coming back from this, man. You know, I will give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone to the next one. I want to say Baba Ball, Shalom.